What up, players? Player One here to review the first impressions that I had playing Diablo Immortal after something like 5 to 10 hours of the game. But before that, obviously, don't forget to subscribe here in the channel, leave a like, and say to me how hype you are for this game. Let's start from the basic. Diablo Immortal is the newest game in the series from Blizzard, but it's their first try on the mobile universe, and that's why they are in partnership with the mobile game veteran NetEasy Games. The game is under a beta test right now here in Canada, US, Australia, and I'm pretty sure Japan for the next 3 months. And the forecast is that the game will be released in the first half of 2022. I'm pretty sure it was Hiker that said that they're gonna release at the end of January, but I'm really not sure about that. This game will run on iPhone 8 or higher, Androids that have a Snapdragon 710 or a high silicon Kirin 810. But whether for iOS or Android, you will need to have at least 5 gigs of free memory. Yeah, they are saying 4.5, but we know for sure that a patch is coming, and with patch, new sounds, probably a new class, and that's gonna make the game a little bigger. The game takes places between the story of Diablo 2 and Diablo 3, and retains much of the gameplay and classes from the third episode. You can see here the Barbarian, the Crusader, the Moon Hunter, the Monk, Necromancer, and that's the one that I play the most right now, and the Wizard. But not only that, the narrative form is very similar to the others in the series. Even we have some old acquaintances and NPCs back in the story. But this is where the similarities stop for me. I confess that when I first heard about Diablo being transported to mobile games, I was really skeptical about this experience because I'm used to play Diablo in a mouse and keyboard, and in my head it was kind of weird to have everything in a small screen. But I got pleasant surprised by the way that they found to put everything within easy reach. Don't get me wrong, it was not a groundbreaking innovation that they did, but it was really competent the way that they did it. And it was really easy to navigate between the screens, the functions, and the inventories. Just like other previous games, you can play either solo or you can join in a group. And here is also another point that they turn to the previous success formulas. I am from the generation that have the pleasure of making a local network in a friend's garage over the weekends to play Diablo 1, and I'm pretty sure we did the same thing for Diablo 2. But then for Diablo 3, the year passes already, and we are each of us in our own places with our own connection, playing over Battle.net, for better or for the worse. And obviously, this new generation had to adapt to modern times. And now you are connecting to the whole world either via Wi-Fi 4 or a 5G. And I tested both. I tested in the Wi-Fi and in a 5G mobile data while I was going back from work to home. And I didn't experience any lag or content loss in either of these environments. But obviously, the actual experience will depend more when they release the game, and we know for a fact where the servers will be. I also have to confess that the first half hour of the game, I was finding that it was anything more than the same formula that we have right now in all the other RPG games in Play Store, but with Diablo clothes. But as always, the story is what's hook you. And at the moment that my skill changed, as I was saying, I was playing more with a necromant than any other thing. And as I summoned these two skeletons over here, and they changed it to my skeleton lieutenant because of the legendary helmet that they gave to us after the 7th day of beta testing, boy, that game changed for me. And I was hooked, wanting to see what else they got to do in the future, and everything was without spending a penny. But make no mistake, this is a pay to rush mobile game. Yes, you get the same items, evolution, and the small currency that you use to increase your level, your skill items, everything. But whoever pays will get more packages, more items, more promotions, and that will make them rush faster than you will. And this will also reflect on the game PvP and therefore on the weekly rankings, but that's the reality of almost all mobile games these days. Either they charge you up front or during the gameplay. Each of these mechanics has its own benefits, but you have to know what you're getting into before starting thinking of becoming competitive. Because in this current market model, to really compete, your credit card will dictate your position in the rankings. But that didn't spoil my game experience whatsoever, which among these 5 to 10 hours was really fun, especially knowing that this is a Blizzard game, so they will have class rework, new items will come, probably more classes, and that will make you create new builds. But yes, this is yet a modern RPG game, so you have to do your daily hunting missions, your mini dungeons, to have your quick rewards. You have to do the collection of killing 1,000 monsters to earn something. And after you finish the story arc, you have to either wait for the new content to come or start over again and repeat the same story with another character. The positive highlight for me of this game was the ambience. The world of Diablo is really nostalgic for me, and at the first string of that old guitar, and after I blew up the head of my first zombie, I knew already what was up ahead. The negative side was the packages and the prices, but unfortunately, again, they didn't have any other options. Either they charge me for the finished game, or they play some advertisements between each stage. Please don't, that's horrible. Or they charge packages for those who are willing to play. Again, these three models have their flaws and the benefits, which is why now I want to see what the direct competitor, Path of Exile, will do in their attempt to transporting their game into the mobile game. In the meantime, I'm going to explore more the classes, the Paragon system, and everything else that the Sanctuary has to offer me in this game. This game has the potential to become my main game in the future, but it will depend on what they present at the global launch. But I want to hear from you guys. What you're expecting from the game? Which class are you most willing to play? And of course, leave a comment, subscribe if you didn't yet, and see you guys later. Play one out.